Shaibu. Now let's go to Kennedy Akompre Kwaja for one kasa papa. Kennedy is also sitting on a time bomb in the NPP. So na be ye be fini ho a. E say na be ti atama no kwa no ye youth organizer. Per this kind of report, a leak report no. The mafias of Achem doesn't believe in his competence. Shaibu. I'll give you details. The reason why they opted to almost started this grand scheme to get Baumia. And they have a reason. Reason of Baumia, but if the reason is not materialized, Baumia will be irrelevant in the new patriotic party. A child say, Kedia Compre Kwaja should be careful with the kind of people he call them friends in the new patriotic party.
But me say, Obi wa Ghana, what kind 25 million pounds I could to feel London.
Okay.
Men more could for the bush any.
Yes.
Men can't for the bush any. But Obi, I kind 25 million pounds I could to feel London.
Let's not forget them. Cast and Mitchell say, and you two Kedia Compre Kwaja an MPP majority in power. Kedia Compre Kwaja always stood for the ordinary people in the MPP. None what that Delta Force when you have problem with Kruma. Over Kaya at that time, Freddie Blay, he was the party chairman of the new patriotic party, the Action One. Was this Delta Force, the invisible forces for they are not the security apparatus of the new patriotic party. You are joking. Kedia Compre Kwaja is the only politician and the MPP. Oh, me catch us. I didn't the MPP need a qualify for their own farmer. Over Kaya. Time na MPP for kwa trouble flag barrage. Me catch you.
Yeah.
I'm say 10 cents of Kedia Compre Kwaja. You get the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the new patriotic party organizing a press conference. Names more kind than the name here and say, a Kedia Compre Japan you ameswell.
I a solid TV, Abusia from Akaba, and my batnase. Ye bread nene yentrane and some eufi. But before then, Miss say, subscribe to the channel, but notification button so nothing, like page no. Nekai say, sharing is caring. The baby will be on magana ni pia unim no sanka video no. WhatsApp platform, Facebook platform bia will be and make sure be share. And Wednesday, Ghana see. When say Wednesday or Ghana, Wednesday so baby. Na and some I had a banminia. Asem de ya na osieka. Ya na osieka. Unim say krata bi ne namwiem. Ye fe no ajapade. Ajapade sa krata no. Why na chroye? Na timupo botaye bay ana de she ajapade no. Me busa se wo hye Kwame Nkrumah obaje fa ahudie de ma Ghana na subsequent obaye Ghana mampani wanye na adwen da se wo de Ghana obabe Ghana wall e de amanzemafo onu achi kura na ye nyini ye de bete se o mampani da fly left Nigeria John Wallace wonye ne ba biko awunani o twituo ebeye soja ban esan ye de constitution amamra eto aba no wanye na agwe se obeye wall e de Ghana ache voter region o mampani John Edekungufo the first time and the people of Ashanti region you who 3 interchanges Asafo Asukwa and afenso no Sofulai oko wanye na adwen se oba beye wall e de Ghana ache the people of Ashanti region. Sanso ana John Evans Atamils. Why na adwe so de Ghana ebeche mfantefo. John Dramani Mahama esem sojata gonja de se konkron. Wo hye orso niam obeye ya. Why na adwe se de Ghana obeye Ghana wo samanse e de ache gonjafo. Na ba ne sei ana nanado dankwa kufuado. Na abre so. Buku bi krata bi aliki. Na yese wo ofolipani dimu ana prepare sa wo we e de Ghana e de ahye achemfo nsa Ghana etamu kama achemfo ana be control oman no oman na japade oman no ajapade most of the government installations na ebetman se entrobi yɛta akyemfoɔ na Adan Kwaku Ado amamu ana ɛtwerɛ saa krataa no na ebusa sɛ yɛtan a ɛdi Adan Kwaku Ado na akyemfoɔ so yɛyɛ a ɛma obi tia atumi akɔtena ahyehyɛ saa de no so a ɛne nɔkorɛ ase wɔkɔ yɛfa so egu banks kwan yɛfa so ɛyɛ nneɛma kwan yɛfa so ɛpam nipa bi afiri MPP mu kwan yɛfa so ma aban adwuma yɛ hijack yɛsi yɛ otimpo bi sɛ yɛ board bi ne yɛ form a ebi a board chairman yɛmfa ma Siremni Asantini ana different trap ne yɛmfa akyemfoɔ ntwa ne ho nhyia nneɛma wei asɛ agorɔ bado hyɛ sɛ nneɛma nso ɛkɔ a kama sɛ ɛyɛ ayampa na mpanin sɛ deɛ wɔsum esu n'aniwa sɛ Ghana deɛ nyinaa ɛwɔ mu ana mo sɛ mo de kyɛ akyemfoɔ ne for that matter ɔfɔ epani efiefoɔ but there's a portion kasa afa Honorable Kennedy Kwame Akompre Japan kai sɛ production no efiri Ken Studio and now say what dedicate a page of ajapadeɛ no kwan yɛmfa so yɛngu Kennedy Japan ni ma ase yɛmfa so pa asɛm to no so yɛma kyɛ sɛ politics kwa ɛnyɛ ne dɛ na November 4th no yɛhu bibi kakra ɛna Franco the Hater Bema or the facts and figures better and further particulars. In fact, oba ne bag no pink sheet be bree and crata document be bree egumu. O se oba betranse na nchirechire mu bia wa Japan titru portion na kasa afa Honorable Ken no. Ye no ache. Ahwefo medin de Shaibu Lasisi me twam ho basisi a. Kwaba yatena se hwem nsa benkum so a from where I sit na Franco the Hater atena se dadada na ne fu bi na ode aba na kama se asiru nkati akotade ya odi pe go enen nsem na beka no ekon pa o share portions of ajapade a whole page where page 21 na ya Ken Japan what they seek to do to Honorable Kennedy Kwame Akompre Japan enya ade a wose soso tie pese Ghana fo wiase ehu die ewom trimpo a ewom ajempo a no manya afa Kennedy Japan before see ye ba be November 4th say Honorable Ken Kwa before say obe declare intention no na nipa bi ehu akwata say Yakubu kan say o down na yemu na menimudi say Honorable Ken o making intention to even contest no na the so-called Achim mafias no na omo dada Franco the Hater
see you
akwaba
mejo so
na ho ye
o nyame adaroma
and the documents na che da
I enura ne nyina Shaibu mintimi nai
no be dada
me yam hyehyeme and I fear for the New Patriotic Party. I fear for Ghana if these documents I'm holding is true and reality is serious for the Republic of Ghana. Who the MPP aban? I'm being honest with you. If you even look at the introduction, intro, and way Shaibu, if you look at the documents, I want to give you the number of pages a womb. A biaka show when ye a 34-page document, 34-page document. Book me find show in some that. This is a bona fide property of me. Can you sort of have on my channel? Na kan how was saying?
Restricted.
Good. Nipa no de ade na ma me no. Our faith and confidence within me. Was so hwem Solid TV. And or person can okre bi de kire me. Whether the man whether you kra na say enye no kre no. As a coincidence here, if you read the book, and if you look at what is happening in Ghana right now and how the NPP is being run, wouldn't mean can't say they are concorded. Yes, and the same no you see now would me try assembly be the dear dance here. And what is what happening right now in the New Patriotic Party in Shaibu. If you get this book and read, maybe a buyer if you won't mean that.
You see, in every room there's a small iota of truth.
Yes. Kaka, ask yourself, say, a dear menti and Dr. Kwame Nkrumah be president. Or the president or kono yantibida. Sir, yes, we have a leaked document whereby we wanted to project ethnicity. We wanted to make sure, say, in Kofobi, they will be the drivers and the shakers of the economy. Nkofo bi who financially they will be sound, they will be wealth. Financially they will be strong, robust. They can take concrete decisions for the party and they can take concrete decisions for Ghana. What is it? Obi and didn't come and come motivi. What is it? Even come ni ku ba Ghana. Kotokamo a champion or mo make sure some ni ku bobe ka asanko for no there was bitterness in them. Oh mo the bomb be to aban to go here be this amre. Who so be catch us when leak document. JJ Rawlings rule for about 27 years. What is say a leak document here? John Dramani Mama about when your J. Mills about J. Kufo when you be what is say a leak document there? Jaibu. Me say, if you look at this kind of document, Kitami, and the kind of things I've read, Finwana Jubesin Jaibu, means Katamani nai. I'm being honest with you. Yamaseme. And jam is whether it's leak or not. And some of Moki Kakikano. Oh, my channel book, and you're more serious and more damning.
Ena se ntro kwa nipa kono edi ya coincident aba besisi niema ewo mu nyina
Shabu, if you look at this kind of document, your economic and financial sector control. Aha, Mr. Wadi back. Opa Wednesday be give me an opportunity to go into this book and tell Ghanaians how the new patriotic party and another Danko Akufo-Addo per this book, if it is true, the amount MPP when you humba kono. I'll go into the financial aspect, the economic aspect, political terrain. I'll even go to religion and chieftaincy.
so chese omahye
Shaibu, this thing is well orchestrated, well planned, well calculated, rehearsed to a pattern. Who can book critically? Even the introduction alone gives you how things are being done in Ghana here. And quite normal see personal. You can never underestimate or overlook this book.
afranko de me kan ya me hye me ne se sabi metuwe se mo ajapade bi a
Yes.
me kwa metimi ayewo
Yes.
e di ama me ma
Yes.
na oman mu ni nyina no me se me yewo e di ama me ba ne me busuafo a na nye nipa bo
Will not all you know, all you will say Odija Omo. But they have a word this way they can do it. Shabu, wait, a introduction. Was say, see, as my can tell you, was say, to our future, made up of the present and the unborn, for whom this will, underline word, this will of a nation is being prepared. To our foremost king, or for the progeny spread across the world for whom and to whom alone this sacred document is prepared.
come on
Why introduction? Intro no. Was it to our future, made up of present and the unborn, for whom this will of a nation is being prepared. To our foremost king, or for the progeny spread across this world for whom and to whom alone this sacred document is prepared. Shaibu, now calm down. Now, where paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4. Paragraph 4. Listen to this. Currently, with Nana is being referred to Nana Danko Akufo-Addo.
okay
Currently, with Nana in total control of Ghana, the whole Ghana entity, or the whole entity of Ghana, we have a duty to ensure that we take over the commanding heights of essential fabric of the country, in order that even in the event that Nana leaves the scene after the mandatory 8 years, the sons and daughters of Ochiman will be firmly secure in such control, both financially and economically, that we can no longer be ignored in the battle of control the destiny of Ghana.
come on so on person mo hyehyɛ
Yes.
na Nana Danko Akufo-Addo waba be yo Ghana mampanin de o metimi ahyehyɛ aprejapade anya omo ho se Nana Addo ni 8 years ne so a ontimi ntra no okotena nkyɛ krampa enam so ma aprejapade nya sika no ye ntimi nka Ghana ba ko sai ntimi nka se ye friend nipa mo ma dwedwe Ghana ho a ye mo atemfo ne di.
Thank you. To achieve, we need to appropriate the fundamental economic and financial levers which will guarantee such control years to come. See, it was a fundamental economic and financial.
Sa ade betima ba mu a o se ayibo bra fa kwati kwan so bone kwan so Akufo-Addo the president ni e pesika egu ho
Under John Dramani Mahama, John Dramama busuani na wa ban mu. He did Joyce Muktari Bawa. A man for sorry, and I your friend is Ibrahim Mama. Ibrahim Mama was not part of government.
That be.
Ibrahim Mama is a brother to a friend John Dramani Mama.
That is Akufo
Bonti. Yes. Only a portfolio be our Bible, but he's more powerful in Akufo-Addo's government.
Mebo, men kasa Akufo-Addo ni o. Men kada men bo Bonti ni o. Men bo Bonti ni. But me say obi wo Ghana what kind 25 million pounds akoto fi London.
Okay.
Men bo Akufo-Addo busuani.
Yes.
Men kasa Akufo-Addo busuani. But obi I kind 25 million pounds akoto fi London.
Tie. Joyce Muktari Bawa. Yes, say or no na a spokesperson for John Dramani Mama. John Mama what for so na busuani. A lot of Ghanaians were talking about it. Overson is we do maybe. Agban Bagmo Mukra say John Dramani Mama is running a family and friends government. Okay.
Yeah.
Or if you look at Agban Bagmo, so no kind John Mama real politics in. They do by your car some kind of charge on Dramani Mama won't fa. John Mama Sunday himself with friends, family and friends. And MPP for so much ding. And if you look at how Akufo-Addo money MPP at that time in opposition, were making references and making reference the John Dramani Mama and Nya Kone Mwama Ghana in for look for competent people in this man. And I'm no say per report. Yes, Akufo-Addo Busia Fonko Wabam 51. A day. Chabu 51.
Campaign so man bi.
Member nan one day. Akufo-Addo ne ba na penti akra o. Ne ba na penti akra. Ye okroma ye osafoma afo ba bi kroma ne position bi ama manfo kan ho asem
Cocoa boards.
Cocoa boards was straight. Or catch us and the banner coast when it deserves that kind of positions. If the NDC, yan can okroma. So NDC for the emphasis be a John Mama ko foreign near Bakuminu and Sadia be Rabama. You see how the NPP and Ghanaians will talk. The kind of comments that they will make. Just because John Dramani you see sometimes the way we do our politics is bad. So I mean MPP staunch MPP member. But I mean catch us anytime I get the opportunity, you have to be objective and sincere. Let your objectivity and your honesty lead you. Papa yesterday didn't a friend Kedia compare Japan. There's one person he doesn't consider Ghana first. There's one person who looks straight into the eyes of the wife and catching it so a corrupt. It tells about the honesty of the man. Yeah. There's a man who can me actually banning the tomb. There's a man who bad ne bad milk for DV play this man was a master the whole year at a strong, it is illegal or monfaunko. Let's think about honesty, objectivity. Child, me so tell somebody be a young show. And let's say Wednesday, give me an opportunity. Let's go into at the end, whether it's coincidence or not. ACC will chroma. ACC Shaibu. ACC.
Something match.
Shaibu. I'm taking you to the political arena.
Okay.
I want to Kedia compare kwa Japan. Nasembem. And it will shock you.
Okay.
Before Kennedy, you know. Now, if you look at Appendix 2.1
okay.
of the ACA, where was the political terrain? And this is the party. Okay. MPP party as
okay.
The whole team be ye. Who MPP near ye. And some money are there way there be a and say MPP for Koje for Panacho. The NPP party. I saw Jeko for Kaya way back in 2007. Whereby he met the NPP people and told them say they should think about someone who will bring unity to the party. And you'll be about championing the selfish interest.
So yes,
on your self-centered. And you'll be our no John interest on Sani Panukan say a funnel. We should look at someone who will look at the greater picture of the new patriotic party in making sure the NPP party will be more attractive. Every party by your economy will be able to join it. The major reason the political party is that we want to capture power. How can you capture power? You can only capture power whereby you have the masses or the numbers.
Yeah.
So if you look at 2000, NPP, your two first one we are 40 something. They wanted the numbers. They wanted to engage these kind of smaller parties and deal with them. And they promised to give them positions.
Yeah.
Key active positions in government. And you see CPP, minister for youth and sports.
That was PNC.
Indum for Almina. They gave them leverages, mileage. Reason is they didn't want NPP candidates to contest them.
Yeah.
Because of the bond and socialization between J. Kufuor we're making it in 2000. So they have to respect the agreement.
Yeah.
And Shaibu, if you look at J. Kufuor, the President of the Republic of Ghana, because Ghana no, and any papa could
the Ghana, huh?
Yes. You look at the greater picture. It makes it just the development, if you look at this Fourth Republic, Ope Abaya Memi, who is 1 year, but that is my candid opinion. Yeah. why ye adwuma ye ne yie a wontumi nya asem bebre nka mfa no ho eje ekufo
Yeah, Jacob for there.
and that is Fourth Republic.
Yeah.
Even the NDC people, they say it. NDC for no, they say it. Saibu, who your NPP near Tenasidi, put your emotions aside, your sentiments aside, your passing aside, your emotions first by Bito. Let's be honest and objective. Listen to Asama Mababekan.
Meet you.
So Asama Mababekan say, and across the NPP anymore, then it tells you say some Tenasidi. You have to sit up because how the party is going. The party in opposition, I better more dominant, more serious. Now, this is appendix 2.1,
Okay.
page 21.
Okay.
Ejapadiano, tie. Where are the party? What say? The youth and the women's wing of our party remain our weakest link. Every effort must be therefore be made to get our national organizer to fill the gap.
Okay.
Same applies of getting ESLA to assist the women's wing.
Okay.
The substandard tag of Nanabuachi Nanabi seems to be a perfect description of who he is, per the early assessment made by DM Oforiata and the co-writers of the August 2019 report. This is a tag we should actually shoot from his personal knowledge. In the meantime, we should keep up assurances of broad smiles towards him until he is gradually weaned from us. He pales into insignificancy in comparison to George Opare-Addo of the NDC. It is therefore important to avoid one-on-one debate between our youth organizer and that of the NDC for the time being. Chaibu.
Meet you.
Now, if you look at appendix 2.1, page 21. Now, if you look at the political hearing, the new patriotic party, Henry Nanabi, to be the youth organizer for the new patriotic party. Now, if you look at this kind of report, but what they see from him, they seem to be a substandard. Omo patch say, Henry Nanabuachi Nyobia, just when it comes to standard or wasro, or Yobia say they seem to be an incompetent person. Or a below belt. And it's only panel, and some here because it's not going to help the cause of the new patriotic party. Now, who to here? Officer Brian Table NDC. They did the George Opare-Addo.
Yeah.
Only NDC youth organizer. Henry Nanabuachi cannot match him one-on-one when it comes to intellectual discourse.
Someone no could see radio so na Boachi.
Yes.
Addo no.
Yes.
Opare-Addo no.
Ebo no from. Per this report, and I disagree. Me, Saibu, me. Obi dis na Henry Nanabi. To be honest and to be objective, many new crime incomoda. Me, the leadership skills sometimes I have issues with it, but you can never underestimate the communication of the guy. The communication, when it comes to knowledge about issues, especially when it's about his field, that's what church wait matter. Then I say, that means they are trying to make sure say, Sadiano obeji they free or no and be some reason being that they wanted Samia Oku to still fill the gap. Samia Oku to still fill the gap. Filling the gap, then they saying, in making sure that he still be the youth organizer and the national organizer.
Sir Samia Oku Nanabi from Ashanti region.
Yes.
So they want to get rid of Ashanti.
Get rid of him. And an Eastern person. You already Eddie your friend says Samia Oku still controls the youth and controls the organizing position of the new patriotic party. And they found one and a bee by yet. What I were doing babies one tibia. You see another uncle for the both and a bee. When I first all conducting one in my oil of
because of a campaign one fan call. Oh, and I beat Tiamu Chobo or Cusifia.
Oh. That means Shroud Saibu. That means Shroud. And it's awesome whether it's true or not, whether it's coincidence or not, it is happening today. Okay, I'm going to aba. Oh, Kumawu. I'm going to aba na another way. Yes, your friend is saying, another move. The Jubilee House are not happy with you. Yes, it's scared the man from campaign. Someone from campaign. So the Nabi ye be fini one. And so the Nabi tell me not no youth organizer. Per this kind of report, a leak report, no. The mafias of Achem doesn't believe in his competence
because he's from Ashanti region.
Yes. Yeah. Subsequent days, Mekain Yintia. You will be from the northern part of Ghana. And why they are making sure say Ashanti region, they will have issues with them. Next week,
the next episode.
Yes, Mekain actual. So we soon nasa book nasa okanya.
There was a man next week in Wednesday.
Me say, Shaibu, I'll give you details. The reason why they opted to almost started this grand scheme to get by me. And they have a reason. Reason they Bawumia ban. If the reason is not materialized, Bawumia will be irrelevant in the New Patriotic Party. And I will explain to you next week. Shaibu.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you listen to this, it means that Henry Nanabuache, and I am the youth organizer for the New Patriotic Party. If you look at, in fact, for now, party nation monster, they take concrete decisions. Per this report, no many did you want in the beam.
Debbie.
Ubekaya, ye koko for the akoto abano. Almost to abaman and a beano. Nipa ba kwani sinanka the presidency person ke to abadamano. Aya brentibi. Your friend Dominic Edria.
Yeah. That was.
Okay.
That's another candidate.
Dominic Edria.
Yeah.
Or no, and a man for body this are. Another damn call for the Nyambre, so no name made the youth organizer. Nana be no free Ashanti region where you have issues with it. Let's not forget, if you look at that kind of elections, a course, so let's look at Senana Mamunicity in terms of party structure. Because at that time, you have the national chairman, no free the Western.
Yeah.
What I say, Oba the general secretary, no free central. If you look at party in the full be a share Ashanti region, it was only Nanabi and no free Ashanti region. Only Nanabi and no free Ashanti region. And if you look at this kind of report, it tells you say Nanabi the youth organizer, no, they seem to be an incompetent Nanabi, incompetent youth organizer. And Kaihano say the youth wing and women's wing of our party remain our weakest link. Every effort must be therefore made to get our national organizer filled the gap.
Come on.
So the national organizer at the time, when did this
Samuel from the Eastern Bloc.
For the Eastern Bloc. Samuel Kusukura asem wa next week make the actual. Also he's also sitting on the time bomb. Also almost say no kwa.
There be so say you call Eastern region now. You were every Achima Buakwa that Akufo the constituency. I mean from Achima Buakwa could do her. It should be of the pen nebushia.
What am I saying? Man, every week I'll bring you some. Now so it will blow your mind, Shaibu. If it is true. That's why I'm using the conditional statement. Where you leaked. So we now prepare their fine.
Now, why should someone prepare this against the Kufuor?
That's another question.
Against Kufuor.
That's the question. That is the question.
And your car be answer.
So if you can Nabi, it is being reported. So Nabi is having issues with the Yanfa say Nanado Danko Kufuor and it's uncle for. Now, if you look at the women's swing, at that time, the women's swing, before Sana KJM for Ebano, Nipa na the women's swing in a Shannon Sano, thank you. This is a woman. If you look at Kwame first one was a party, no my party ni yakono. This is a woman who was taking the party by storm, especially on the department. This is a woman. Kwame first will be a woman's organizer. And Kwame first one all projecting home. And Kwame first one all pushing the agenda of women in the New Patriotic Party na kono. And that woman way in a lot of associations in the MPP and the department.
Yeah.
Over to women for this, ladies for this for that. So they sit down to do empirical research and so that be it will get to a time she will also take up the party.
Of course, I say that a young elephant. I like you see a boy.
Okay.
So on the player long elephant, who said someone close to young elephant, the time come the chubuya party.
Shaibu, if you look at Mami American Assembly, Jabba, this is a woman under her tenure as a women's organizer. She was very vibrant. Very vibrant. You could say this is the woman organizer, or or that bonding and socialization with people. This is a woman naturally built in her and is very appealing. Among for and now me checking age.
They are matching people and this boot.
I'm coming. Me checking age 62 years, and I was surprised. Maybe so about 40 something years. Or my mere 1 year, but the home affair. There is a woman very vibrant. Now when it comes to communication, you can ever underrate it. This is a woman. On a man need to be teaching our radio, need TV so, and this is a woman who do constructive criticism,
a man from boiling pen,
intellectual discourse, or Kasai Bamus. I don't know what kind of here. And this is a woman. If you look at the kind of communication, for the New Patriotic Party when they were in opposition, in making sure Akufo with me capture power, in winning power in 2016, it tells you about the competent aspect of this particular woman. Shaibu, when it comes to organizing workshops for women, and at this MPP government, make fast or making sure organizing a lot of workshops. Or pushing the agenda for the New Patriotic Party, and making sure that the New Patriotic Party will move forward. You can never underestimate this kind of woman. And it tells you about the work and oil. Now, this is a woman in 2018, 26th of June. She won the Best African Gender Minister. In 2018,
Best African.
Yes, gender minister. Best African gender minister. And young Ghana Hakake. So it tells you about the exploit of this particular woman. One, she was the woman organizer for the New Patriotic Party. And also she was able to capture power for the NPP. Under her leadership, you could see that there was a lot of issues and echoes with NPP and Akono. The lot of things that she brought on board. Transformational leader. And I made sure be very vibrant on radio. If you and also when it comes intellectual discourse or Kasamusa Mamma, they all cannot say what being Onimadia. But Obashan is when it comes to organization of workshops or baby. Now this is a woman. She had issues with Akufo-Addo.
Yeah. Because he was coming from the Alan side.
Yes.
Omampeni Kufuor. And Akufo-Addo feel say some man opportunity. Na say or Koswa control party na. Ma Alan future be brighter.
Apart from that, apart from that, Omokwa ba Okofo-Addo. Omokwa ba Okofo-Addo. Ase makana me say aka acho bibiri. Me say ye kodu Okofo-Addo as early as 5:30 a.m. I was going there to covering a show, a program. No, ye do ya amodi accreditation ni bibia mai. Unam grounds ho a obi ase abanye intim dia. Ti aso make acho ni e intim dia. Akufo-Addo arrived around 9:30. Ojina ho kasa wie around 10:30. In Akufo-Addo call. Then there was a community. Nana Danko Akufo-Addo tone inside the government appointees. Party executives so Hiomo Hotel or Mob call say. And he told them say or catch them say they should go and vote for Reddy Dindi Freddie Blay. At that time, Freddie Blay was an acting party chairman of the New Patriotic Party. The phone for out me capture power in 2016. Still Nana Danko Akufo-Addo needed him. Did the Akufo-Addo mo ye and say or more catch delegates they say they should vote for Reddy Dindi Freddie Blay. At that time, Canada compare kwa Japan most of them who said it is time for Stephen Kim. Because I have a call about 3 or 4 occasions. And this is the time you have to give him an opportunity because if you look at Freddie Blay, on your true and true MPP
from CPP.
He is from the CPP. And the debate in no can just naturalize it. Why is the president trying to be more Catholic than the Pope?
Never.
It can never happen. You can never be more Catholic than the Pope. The Pope is a true and true Catholic. And if you look at Stephen Tima, letterheads for the New Patriotic Party now on one area. He has been one person consistently. One person who has donated resources to the New Patriotic Party. He has sacrificed his money and blood for the New Patriotic Party. Kennedy Musa Derby, it is time for us to reward people who have been faithful to the party. Akufo-Addo Musa Derby, and no, and Jabba, I say, yes, Akufo-Addo cannot take them to be robot. Whereby Akufo-Addo can control them anyhow, anywhere he wanted. Say no, or the number at that time, she was a minister for gender. Akufo-Addo is a smart person. Well, across on the Ghana Education Service for any problem. Wako kaseti yo. No muso munyi wedi. Ometi mudu watu be, baby omdo be trosa kwa chiradi wa kasa edwanu unyebi. Ometi man transu, obe full canoe what transu. Uwe wafa bicycle, uwe wafa motokina kwa dia kwa chiradi. And when I walk on it, there is no happiness in you going to teach over there. Now, if you look at Kennedy, your friend say, Jabba, this is a woman. I do maybe, you see, ambassador to Italy. Meboa.
Yeah.
My men say onkonkwe. E dey be nti say only time em fa mani kunu ne sa no ma no. And there is a time ani kunu ntia pese otimi hwe ni kunu. Me ka no crash it is not true. Enya no kweda. It was a punishment for the woman.
Say the Akufo-Addo peno.
Yes.
No tum pa no.
There be a catch say Akufo-Addo you be a boni ankasa won sheda mpanche o. Wo ye na de na say ye ne ya. No kasa de wa yi ahyeme em ya. If taking decisions about you, be very, very careful.
Franco, I have for Franco the more revelations about I have solid TV. So subscribe to the channel. Bonus button, share link. Sharing is caring. And those are Franco are prepared the banner. It's about that a Japadia leak documents. What did that? Won't that you can't say that so. Now production if we Ghana can studio, Mr. So open anything about Canada Japan platform now. Na mena was in the chat here, Robert so. How did you didn't come more, ye did ye nante ye journey about Kenya Japan?
And Shaibu,
yes, sir.
This is why Grand King, ye Varenko Italy, or Semenko. Mammy Miss Wassam, and ye besides Otikwa Fisa Jabba, where I say.
Many may be all.
Is a part of the MPP?
There be Abia or a member, but send active rules here to my menenka and no commanded women no, or bit matches among Kotua Banko and Mountain blog and the newest.
And I'm no Kasai. My name by Bio.
My weekend.
The vibrancy of the woman is no more. the intellectual discourse and now for the new patriotic party and party in government and I mean who's adding be one the rehearsed pattern to offload Afisa Jaba has been achieved if it is true in this book of Masaka. The grand scheme. Are they where you said that Tanasi preparing you tactically a rehearsed pattern, you rehearse it well for you to get at the end open. If it is true, this report I'm making, if it is true, my men or many the more power free no hono, ne the person mun free chain, no more dampen no, or many Shaibu. Now let's go to Kennedy Company for one casa papa. Kennedy is also sitting on a time bomb in the MPP.
Omobua. That blaso munina.
Hey, now Namian can grant was that.
Me say, now debio. Na say atwesre mienu ho paso a. Yedi ba akwa no yen ko bisa ba akwo. Na he do mo da tu go fi Jaba na. Kennedy akwa. Yeah, that blaso.
So say mo dey kwa dey amana say ehunu say mo say you say me flag barrage. First, when they were preparing this kind of document, now it wasn't in their mind or intention. Say Kennedy Company for Japan will come out and say we will prepare the flag barrage of the new patriotic party. If you look at page 21, appendix 2.2, why didn't issue this dossier? How didn't issue it?
Kennedy Japan.
Yes. So how did you create the Hunsem?
Yes.
How they can neutralize Ken? How can it not be relevant in the new patriotic party some 4 or 5 years to come? Some 4 or 5 years to come. See, Kennedy Company for Japan, and it is labeled Kennedy Japan, appendix 2.2. Or say, Kennedy Japan is a very good asset. The party must, as a matter of need, plausibility, defend him going into election 2020. Tenye. So uti hana.
Or say, Kennedy Japan. Eka se oye osombo oye japade e de ma MP ma yekunu na o se party no eje na chi eta na chi e bra ye kwoto aba 2027 na do benya na second term
what can asem itia asem na mpesa meka no enu atwa ni tia because at that time na Danko Akufo-Addo was aspiring to be the second one, or the second one, for more to do more.
Yeah.
So for you to win, I'll bet my baby president, you need Kennedy Company for Japan to be in the picture. Because in 2016, even in 2008, when MPP ran off, Kennedy gave them $2 million for them to do campaign. Now you take Kennedy, or say Akufo-Addo will lose to Abani, Nana Kuma Boni Kim.
In 2008.
Yes, in 2008. Was it not the doctors they call him a politician? Some of them could do one almost massa, oh yare, and no one will say, I catch him so a politician. That is where they got to understand him. So it means a Kennedy Company for Japan. And I'm saying, so Penny Papa call 2 lawyers to Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, a Kennedy Company for Japan.
And if 2020 said, Oman shaking in Japan in the Ashanti region.
I'm telling you, yes.
Because a near man,
the kind of oppressions,
Ashanti region.
The kind of oppressions, in Ashanti region. Now, that showdown can be the kind of oppressions. And even in 2016, the kind of things that can be in Ashanti because him say in the Ashanti region, MPP when near automatically MPP becomes party in power.
Yeah.
So if you look at this kind of documents about Bonte leaked 1 year, or say a Kennedy Company for Japan is a good asset. In 2016 and in 2020, Kennedy Company for Japan will be a good asset for them. The reason being that when it comes to finances, when it comes to negotiation skills, when it comes to talking, Kennedy Company for Japan number one. Let's not forget them. Because say, and a true Kennedy Company for Japan and MPP majority in power. Because if you look at our Parliament House, to get majority, at that time 137. Now I catch us NDC for MPP for catch NDC for say, Omako Samo Pedias Lodge, Omko Dim Komono. And some Akufo-Addo catch almost some for Michael Quim, and they are not ready for it. So they should push for a secret ballot. So meaning if you look at Kennedy Company for Japan, Uncle when Shell Kwasintini advance from the MP no, and 15 billion and can never panel. Those are true and true MPP no, and when support Kwakoma NDC.
He levy cry. Yes,
he levy. Do you get a point? He levy or 5 yeah, or Kone Mami Kwa Kasa and he
say, oh, yeah, he levy who says American.
Yes, with you. Or say, now, Shaibu, or say he has the utmost control over our actions, troopers, and all former criminal elements who are purposed for the final push. In addition to his deep pocket, his financing of the grassroots affirms our dire need of him at all costs in 2020 elections.
Almost say, can the Japan, yeba Delta Force for invisible for that action 2%.
Yes.
Can and total control over them. ana nso da nkyɛn so a ɛba sɛ yɛnyi sika ɛmfa mmoa party na nipa ɔwɔ sika ɔyɛ deep pocketed person a ɔbɛtumi aboa MPP no ayɛ Kennedy Agyapong nti ɛma hu da bia bi hia sɛ da bia ɔmo hia Kennedy Agyapong
now Shaibu if you look at Kennedy Agyapong asɛm a mo kan it is true since 1992 open one person single-handedly or then he what the New Patriotic Party abɔ ho ka a sacrifice for the New Patriotic Party Kennedy Agyapong is number one. Makacho says since 1992 this is a man who goes for $3 million loan. Our loan or called in the company super and a have to use 8 years to pay it to make the NPP relevant in Ghana. If you look at Kennedy Agyapong, the former flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party in 1992, Adubuahe, or man $300,000. Makacho Kennedy Agyapong on to Kasima MPP Krano 747 cash. Now, Shaibu. So if you look, I'll say that now, while conceding magnanimity towards the base, he's threatened for being a loose cannon in attacking persons who should be left alone is sometimes worrying.
Almost say, apart from the Kennedy Agyapong, or control party base, now or shop party is move party. No?
Yes.
Kennedy, or when if it's a loose stock, but it's a loose stock. Kennedy, dear, I say, be a Okazabasa. Yes. Say, be a yes, man, can we know a say, be a that's and so the as a party man, can you call Oka? Baka, yes. Don't free say, or a loose stocker.
Thank you. As a result, he must eventually be weaned off.
Was it your pet coins? I name a pet coin biso near ma ne ho here party. Never coins a permanent in
as our tea, as our project reaps dividends, to need less and less of his funding.
Yes. See, Osha boni die abo nkofo bi mu. Ye wi o manager pade wi o man sika. Amma si ano ye nya sika. And the si ana Canada na da bi dan say obe fund party no. Se the nya sika ntie bituma pe kwan bi so. Na ya parking the bars na si nchen.
His confess on Bradley. Quest for personal wealth is a potential threat to causing us to suffer needless exposure.
Sir Kennedy, or your papa. Now we just born all the bonita Hobecano. A bema dash, see a cost was ye over la on Canada ni took in the Japan. That you bit my main side as form.
It is important for a dossier to be prepared on him.
Or say, the better bet me making the Japan. Ne ho beye hi Ghana for kwa mpenasem yen kope ensem yen moabo ansem ano na yen fanto no so
deliberately leaked through our friends in the opposition.
Ye de yen ka say yen na ekobo abo ansem na no ba yen ko no mo ka to ye party for na ye no sa Kennedy Agyapong boy ye de be fa NDC ni bi so o de tudwa man for ka Ghana for ka the Kennedy Agyapong say no sit
who will call for his prosecution.
Na ama o makata ndia saa na Kennedy Agyapong yen fa no kugina court yen fa kwa adumo no.
Kennedy Opoku is revised the 2016 plan and progress to his dossier for this kind purpose, but should not be far under any official seals.
Or say, owura bi a money na ye fa Kennedy Opoku. O ma di ka ye bi aguo, but 2016 na o mo ye no. On san hwe say obesan de na ni be say di achi obe revise no or like say obe yibie fe odi bia hyehye mu on make sure so mo ko file a ma na nye government document be na enka say ya enko for MPP for inside bia finance ministry bi na bia say the confolata na hwe ade sa document yakoma NDC for
Shaibu
Franco
upon reading this then about him would I me ma be 1 minute the ma kan che kakra yi what really comes into your mind
nipa bonisema ba nipa bi.
Thank you. A child say, Kennedy Agyapong should be careful with the kind of people he called them friends in the New Patriotic Party. Extremely careful. And he doesn't trust any politician anymore. And I agree with him. Because the Echo Shaibu, if people want to prepare a dossier against you and push you for prosecution, they are talking about criminality.
Yeah.
Uber Kaya. Tamana MP for Kwakwa flag barrage. America. Yeah. I 10 cents of Kennedy Agyapong.
Actually, my guess is you.
We have 10 cents of Kennedy Company kwa Japan. Ye Okroma. And when Kennedy came about a showdown walk Okroma, our Kasai, you get the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party organizing a press conference. Names more kind than the here and they say, a Kennedy Company Japan you could ameswell.
And the Bassaro community are in reflection of who you are. Also, you don't kunya court.
And the Asana no walk. A binono. Meaning that they've prepared Omatnasa Grenadiano to make it irrelevant. Almost say, Kennedy Company kwa Japan. And you'll be a Odini Sika MPP party. And a man a stronger base in the New Patriotic Party. Meboa. And I'm no say. Kennedy Company kwa Japan. Tuman and the other person will be flag bearer. It was a party internal matters. Or Kasano, he was saying things why am I up for the New Patriotic Party. The kind of financial contribution I have for the New Patriotic Party. Meboa.
Yeah.
If you look at the kind of capital injection they have the New Patriotic Party, 40-footer container. And also if you look at score the party, no. Now one of them kwa bakra or tamale. Ma catch up and rest akabiem. Sir John said it is very difficult for them to organize Sa Congress. That they also muniska. Kennedy Company kwa Japan says so man can organize Sa Congress now. It has taken the party, the soul and the heart of the party away. The tradition of the party has been departed. Or no problem, you have to go into their coffers and bring money. And it's MPP needs to some way. No, a grassrooter. Once as I have a power dear, he always is projecting the MPP. Kennedy Company kwa Japan is the only politician and the MPP. Oh, me catch us I didn't the MPP need a qualify for their own farmer. Oba kaya. Papa Baumia Nipa Yavan saying. Atifa.
Can Atifa.
Yes. What say?
Digitization.
I what say? Now the down Akufo-Addo account wants to leave a legacy. Legacy ben person live wa. My name for party ni bia and she position bia meboa.
Yeah.
On for ordinary Ghanaians. And I can the babon to be cancer and some can say be enkwasi asem no kan. Because I party na wa buy no. Time na man for good pick up bucket n'achi. A man for nam nsuo so tika no mu. A man for na na ba bia campaign no. Adente wan kan sata dom konko tenafi. And Kennedy Company kwa Japan always stood for the ordinary people in the MPP. None want that Delta Force when you have problem with Nkrumah. Over Kaya at that time, Freddie Blay, he was the party chairman of the New Patriotic Party, the Action One. Was this that Delta Force, the invisible forces for they are not the security apparatus of the New Patriotic Party. You are joking. Maybe you are an alien. Maybe you are free party. When we were in opposition and when things are tough for us, who was the security people no mobile MPP for mobile? It was a Delta Force
because your cousin almost say or control MPP action troopers.
Yes,
in 2008, second round. Tama, the first minister, the defense minister, Kandapa can say security breaking. Can echo asim for 1 billion. I know what Delta Force in one of the hotel or more be 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. And Tiama sa bonded between the action troopers and the Ken.
Mamen has them solid. I interviewed Ken. And I do bisa. And if we are your not motus, and it was more than 200.
Delta Force, invisible for.
And maybe some said, some papa na bad. They march him straight to the airport. Okay, moto. A chance president Hibau. No, they say he understands the language of the party. That common language. As a party to be on for Munya, Kennedy bad, they feel that this is their own.
Now, frankly, maybe say a dear never man nipa where ye Juma say at the bois party, even another Akufo-Addo. Brow Breman. Well, I guess at this time they person me offloading.
Just because they see the man becoming too powerful in the MPP. Too powerful. And if you look at Akufo-Addo might be in a PEDES report. Akufo-Addo still wants to control the party from home.
How?
Messing me and my next week. Me can't be the action. I can't any trouble bow. But me I just settle on a time bomb. But me on a time bomb so PEDES report. If you look at Akufo-Addo, say there be a man focus Akufo-Addo person control party from fear. First I was thinking talk. Shabu. Me can't be any them many who are there kaka and my sort of form. Still the man wants to control the party. Because when him say Kennedy Company kwa Japan, if he becomes the flag bearer for the New Patriotic, you can't control him.
Now, Franco, I didn't see an aqua question. Amam party ni Eastern. And Eastern could do a yentana a buaka south near Jumakra. Who could do a buaka south na and you move to offer opinion if you why are they on mine say
say the man ko ne de the making kan bi akire wi they enter my catch so much for this document o much for economy no wo ho financial no wo ho politics wo ho chief tense nyina wo
Franco
chief tense nyina wo
Franco nim per document no we see yi na akrakra ene be si mi say e ho su kom ti etiefo ne ahwefo eno mba bom
next week meka na nti omoyi ayi so me campaign manager
me pese ho su kom de omo pemmo ahwefo aha na brema akwa de dwuma de ebisi be din de Shaibula CC ye video graphic ye camera aye Austin Franco say every Wednesday ajapade ye de bebem na mo ebese ahia